Hey guys! Today I'm gonna quickly talk about the statistics of the Valentine II and why you should purchase it. Then we'll finish off with a small or very nice gameplay. So, the Valentine II is a tier 4 premium tank offered for 1000 gold, and it constantly goes on discount, especially on Valentine's Day. I would suggest getting it then. So it's like only 500 gold, technically speaking. That's 2 slots. That's it. So it's a pretty worthy tank. Now, what do you get for this 1,000 to 500 gold? Well, you get a very, very well-armored light tank that has preferential matchmaking. This doesn't really affect new players. You guys won't need preferential matchmaking, but us tier 10, pros or just players, I guess, we need the preferential matchmaking because whenever you play any other tier 4, you're always gonna land on bottom tier. Preferential matchmaking, though, makes you always land on top tier. So whenever you play, you're either gonna have all tier 4s or some tier 4s and tier 3s. That's the worst. So, consumable-wise, just standard provisions. This is the problem. It is a tier 4, so you will only be able to load 3 provisions, and you have 3 provision slots, so you might as well just load them all. Ammunition-wise, I would sometimes suggest using some APCR. About 11 is good. This is a nice balance here. APCR may come in useful for players who suck at aiming. If you're very good at aiming and you want to save credits or generate them like mad, then just use AP. You can usually penetrate everything except Matilda's. Equipment-wise, I like a toolbox to get you out of bad positions quickly, prevent from explosions, aka T-82s and T-40s, and I find this tank aims an okay rate, but you reload so quickly, you need to keep re-aiming. That's why I use enhanced gun lane drive. I would suggest you guys also get it. So, closer look upon inspection, 60 millimeters everywhere. Now that is a complete lie. Do not listen to that. The rear is nowhere close to 60, and if it was, the rear should be much more well armored than the front, since the front is basically at 90 degrees. Here, on the other hand, it's at 45. That's a complete lie. Basically, you're going to have really nice side-scraping armor. You're going to have really good frontal armor, especially on the turret. Nobody's going to get through that, except Matilda's and enemy Valentine II's. Also, TD's shooting gold will easily get through that. On the back here, though, this part of the hull, like right in the center there, it's really weak. From this angle, you will be able to penetrate it with ease. You have to learn to hide that like this. Like this, it's gonna be really hard to get it, but a very accurate and good TD player will get you in the back still. So try side scraping at about these angles, or just face them with your front. Either way, hide your back. Tracks on this tank break with ease. I don't think that's really a problem if you have a repair kit, but may sometimes be. Let's take a closer look at the gun here. This is exactly the reason why no one wants to get the Valentine II. A tier 2 gun? What's that? Well, actually, the gun is really, really good. I don't care what tier it is, I usually look at the statistics of the gun. Its aiming time is 1.1, guys. That's the best aiming time in the game. That's right, the best. And I just realized that statistic was that good. Dispersion on 100 meters doesn't matter. You should be close range. Penetration. A lot of people get scared of this. It's fine. Calm down. The penetration is good if you're going to start using APCR. And then, alpha damage, 55. Well, if you've ever seen a tier 10 tank, you're gonna think that's just out of there. But it has a 17 rate of fire, and you have to consider, this has preferential matchmaking. Tier 4, cap. You're gonna always get with some tier 3s, basically always. So, this gun is actually really nice. The tier 3 engine, well, I can't really defend it. It does make the tank go at a maximum of 30 kilometers, and seeing as this is supposed to be a light tank, that's insanely slow. Though you guys have to think of this as a heavy tank with a horrible back. So, now let's see some gameplay in the Valentine II. So, here we are on Black Gold Veil. We have a decent team, but that really doesn't matter, because if you are a tier 10 player in this tank, you're gonna super carry the game anyways. Something good here is the fact that we do have an M3 light, which infers that he is a good player, or at least an old player. It is a bad tank though, so I'm not really hoping on him here. The A20 is the best tank in tier 4 in my opinion though, so we have a pretty nice team. They have Hetzers and Matildas to counterbalance that, but I still think we have this. So, as you see, the tank isn't the fastest. This isn't really a light tank, so I'm very glad that he pushed me up here. Because otherwise, it's pathetically slow. I mean, it's a light tank, right? No. This is definitely a heavy. Or it's more heavy tank than the Durchburstwagen 2. So this Panzer 38 NA starts really putting up a fight, and I get into a side scrape. I don't think anyone at this tier knows what in the world a side scrape is. And yeah, it really does pay off. Look at the accuracy on this gun. Just look at it. I am always fully aimed. Back up, instantly aim. And look at the rate of fire. You guys say this is a tier 2 gun. If this was supposedly a tier 2 gun, how am I destroying him? Well, actually I'm destroying him because of side scraping, but also the fact that the gun has a really fast rate of fire, and I managed to blow his engine off like 3 times there, maybe 2 times. Still, I'm easily taking him down from full health. He's just bouncing all day on me. He doesn't stand a chance. These sides are so strong. Done. Next, I'm gonna start using a bit of the speed. Even though it isn't fast for its tier, this tank is still okay in its speed statistic. You can live with it, let's say. Now, I made the mistake of not carrying any APCR, and this is the problem. You can't get through Matildas. I think there is a part on the back you can get through, but it's not worth chasing after it. I'm just gonna go around and try to take out all their snipers, which involves a Hetzer and a Panzer III-A. So yeah, the PZ-3A is gonna go down very easily here. No competition. Engine fire, yeah, you know. So now it's a Hetzer, and what happens here, right now the Hetzer should be backing up. Because he didn't back up, whoa. Yeah, the rate of fire on this gun will really save you when you need to blow off a track like this. I do know that the Matilda right now is shooting me, but it's more than worth it to take down this Hetzer, because he is immobilized. This is why you should always carry a repair kit, guys. Killed him. 3 kills. I didn't get 4. And I did take a shot from the Matilda and 1 from the Panzer 38 NA at the start. Other than that, all the shots fired at me bounced. That's how good this tank is. Oh yeah, that is an ace tanker, steel wall, sniper, 40,000 credits. And I didn't do that much damage. Actually, I did very well. Some tier 9 players can't do this. This is the guy that gave me some problems. He's still okay. 1,500 pounds at this level is pretty good indeed. 29 shots fired, 25 of them penetrated. That's an easy sniper's medal right there. Easy. Credit-wise, this tank can really generate credits, and it's easy to win with it. I would highly recommend it. And lastly, XP. Now, I don't know if anyone cares about XP on premium tanks, but if you do, this also generates mediocre XP. So, that was an excellent game. Thank you for watching this Valentine II review. Check out the channel for more videos. See you next time.